We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guy's looking good right out the gate, off to a 2-0 start. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So here are the Giants now in great field position to start their initial drive. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Number 7,
and he's going to take this one down to the 25.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
on second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Purdy. He finds Riddick complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here's Love again. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Giants.
A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. 3rd and 9 here.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing Nix. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He finds his man complete. That's Burke.
To number 16.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches. 77 yards and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Giants at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why don't I just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll try again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Giants. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Broncos, nothing.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver's offense now set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with an option going left. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
It's a gain of 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Right, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. And the Giants first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a give running right is Love. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense, and they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Michael Dixon.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And it is caught. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
39-yard line.
How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Give up the middle, Scatteroo. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 3rd down and 6. Now it's Nix. He's got his his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
That's another Broncos first down.
An inside run to Scattergood. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll start on the ground with Scattergood. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Nix. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Sanders' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, good move. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 25.
Up the middle they go. Dobson. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And the Giants first down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dobson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
First down.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
First down, New York.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
And this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and then they'll get him a new set of downs.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burke. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now he'll tuck this and run. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On first down, here's Love. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Purdy now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
12 yards. And the Giants, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Purdy's pass complete.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Romeo Doubs from 3 yards out. And the Giants are able to widen their advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it's 21-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cooper DeJean on the coverage.
To throw, here's Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Nix to the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Nix. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 37.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Nick's going to keep this himself. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
17-yard line.
Nix from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Tyler Newman there defensively.
To throw is Nix. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Sanders' kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And this is the running back for the visitors. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. From there, it's off to Tampa. Let's look in on the Buccaneers as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is the Bears quarterback. A touchdown pass from 15 yards away. The Bears are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. Lastly, let's get down to Miami. The Dolphins taking on the Raiders. And this is Devon Achane. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. The Dolphins move to 2-1. They get the victory here. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the 2nd half.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Scatteroo going to run it out of the gun. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 6.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
off the play fake. Here's Nix. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's across midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix. To the right side and intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
New York set to take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Got Dobbs over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a giant first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Giants.
Up the middle they go. Dobson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And the Giants first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now Purdy. He finds Riddick complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Giants, first down. A gain of 12. First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic. He gets a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dowson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing here, Purdy. The completion to Riddick. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Giants.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Touchdown, New York.
Blake Corum, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
28. Broncos 13.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing Nix. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle they go. Dobson, really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
He's brought down at the 30.
2nd and 6.
9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards.
At the 35-yard line.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number
now it's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Nix looking to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Sanders' kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw. Purdy. And his throw here's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. That's complete to Dobbs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And
that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal, now they need to pull a lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it.
And he loses the football a second time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. New York set to take the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
15 yards. And the Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 6-yard line.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
At the 3-yard line.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Third and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Nix. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Nix to throw again. That's taken in by Franklin. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
New York set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff up the middle. Dobson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
On 3rd down, here's Corum. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air with Nix. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top